Hello, my name is Lahan and you're watching Complex Numbers. Today I'm going to be talking about how to improve your CFOP on a 3x3. So CFOP consists of four main steps. The first step is cross. The second step is F2L. The third step is OLL, and the fourth step is PLL. Make sure to optimize your position. For example, if you have this case, make sure to solve it on green instead of white. So keep yourself more open to other sides instead of just focusing on white. If you have a case like this, be sure to note that this can just be solved by D2, and this can easily be solved like that. Now what you want to know is that you should actually make the inserting as easy as possible. So just plan all of the inserting of the cross and everything during your inspection. But basically what I want to say here is optimize your position in the beginning by not making yourself closed in to solving the cross on white. Make sure that you have enough room to make a cross on different colors. Now, if you have a case like this, where a corner is solved with these two edges, or an edge is solved already like this, you can do something called an X-cross. An X-cross is basically an F2L pair inserted. Now, we know an F2L pair inserted into the cross without actually making an F2L pair and inserting it after the cross. So we can see this, and we know an F2L pair is made of a corner piece and an edge piece. So just inserting this edge piece normally while not messing anything up, because this is kind of a safe layer to mess around with. There's nothing here. You can just insert it like that and then fix it like this. Now, let's say that we had a different case. Let's say that we had this case. What would we do then? Well, instead of inserting another edge piece, what we can do, we can bring this down, then we can insert this corner here, and then bring this back up. Now this is, there's a level of intuitiveness that you need here, but basically what I'm trying to say is that just optimize your position, and I just talked about X-cross, which is a little bit of an intermediate method for that. So that any cross can be done in 8 moves or less. So you should be fully aware of that, and also try and do everything, all the crosses in under 8 moves. The best way to do this is just to do a bunch of solves, or to just scramble your cube and then look around, find the best cross, then put on a blindfold and do what you think would be needed to do for just a regular cross. Take the blindfold off. If the cross is aligned, then it's good. If it's not aligned and it's not the cross, then it did not finish. So the next part is obviously F2L. So in F2L, it's basically about making pairs like this and then inserting them into their slots. So there's a little bit of what can be said here, such as just a little bit of tricks, but really it's now about memorizing some algorithms for better F2L. So after your cross, make an X cross, right? That helps a lot with F2L. I'm just going to ignore that, although you shouldn't when you solve. But I just want to point something else out. So what I'm trying to say is you can get a different situation than normally. A normal situation. In some situations, you could have a pair like this. Now, a pair like this is what's called a pseudo pair. So if we bring these two together, insert them like this, and take them back like this, you have two solved at once. It's quite a neat trick. So basically, now just about working on algorithms. Cube Skills has great algorithms, so I'll leave a link to that in the description, so go check them out for F2L algs. F2L algs should range from 3 to 8 moves in total. They shouldn't go beyond 8, otherwise they're kind of inefficient. If they're 8, but they have a bunch of sexy moves in them, then it's okay, but still, it's a little bit inefficient. So after F2L, which I talked about pseudo-slotting, I just want to add on a couple things. In F2L, you can also use the X-cross method. Let's just break this apart, and let's say that we have this, right? We insert this in. Let's say that we have a case like this. So what you can do, you can make note of this. Instead of doing some long F2L tricks here, what you can do instead is move this corner to an unsolved slot like this. Move this corner here, solve the corner into this place. Just correct it back, and this is solved. So that's one thing you can do here as well. So make sure that you know all the algorithms, and basically that's all to be said for F2L. Now, remember my 40-minute long CFOP video? Well, if you want, you can check out that for more F2L, but the thing is, those algorithms aren't extremely great. So, the next part is OLL. So instead of doing some long 2-look OLL, what you want to do here is just learn some algorithms like these, like this. If you have this H kind of case, then you can do this. For instance, learn some algorithms like those for which you can apply one algorithm to solve PLL. This is called 1-look OLL, or advanced OLL. There's 57 algorithms here, which may seem like a lot, but you know a few already, and a lot of them are just really similar. A lot of sexy moves, triggers, and basically some of them are even mirrors of each other. That's all to be said for OLL. The next part is PLL. So PLL is, again, quite simple. You just memorize a bunch of algorithms. There's 21 PLL algorithms. This algorithm is called, these algorithms are called perm, so this is an R perm. So these algorithms can get really fast, and it can be quite easy to mess up. You want to make sure that that does not happen, and the easiest way to do this is by just doing a bunch of solves. So again, we just do this, and then we can just do PLLs to finish off. So basically, as a quick recap of what was said in today's video, this is more about being around 25 seconds. It's not that fast, but it's not that slow either. You should optimize your cross. You should be able to do a cross on any side. You should be able to do an X cross, and any cross can be done in 8 moves. For F2L, I talked about pseudo-slotting. I'm not going to pretend to be the best at pseudo-slotting, but you should go ahead and check Cubehead's video. He has a great video on pseudo-slotting. There's a little bit more on F2L. F2L algorithms should be up to 8 moves generally, but maybe go a little bit beyond, but they should still be really easy to execute if they go really a bit longer than 8 moves. So after that, you'll have OLL. Instead of doing 2-look OLL, which can sometimes take 3 whole algorithms to solve if you have a dot case, what you should do instead is learn 1-look OLL. This is worth the effort, but the thing is, before 1-look OLL, focus on learning 1-look PLL and then making the best F2L possible, and then you can go to 1-look. Also, as just a tip, there's a lot of other things that you can do, such as Vault Blast Slot VLS for a better F2L to PLL transition. There's a lot of stuff that you can do here just for this awesome transition between F2L and PLL. There's a lot of nice algorithms that you can use to automatically solve OLL while you're solving F2L at the same time. Just as a last tip, just at the end of this video, I'm just going to be saying that if you're still going to look, use TULIP. Remember to make note of the F2L pairs that you're inserting. For example, you want the cross case, as then you won't have that many algorithms to solve. So instead of doing this, which you'll get this case, if you have this, make sure to know which insert gives you a better case. This can be done through better look ahead, and the best way to just learn better look ahead is to just do a bunch of solves. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please subscribe and click the like icon. It helps a lot. Anyways, thank you.